So it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I've been up since almost 1. So it's been a couple hours. I don't know if I'm talking too quiet. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I need to get some microphones. So, woke up with bad indigestion and all that stuff. I've been trying to go to sleep this whole time, but I finally gave up about 30 minutes ago or so. I'm going to try and keep this short, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And I quit another job without having one ready. And I know that's not typically a good thing to do when people are going to be like, oh, you did a terrible thing, you're being lazy or stupid or some garbage. Anyway, there's a reason I didn't wait till I had another job, because I've been trying to get another job while having a job since January. And it's been walls, just hitting walls. Because nobody wants to wait 2 weeks whenever they can hire somebody right now. There are other considerations, but one way or another, I will end up with a job. I just hope I get one before I run out of money. My last paycheck came like 11 o'clock. It was weird. Anyway, that's not the important thing. Scrolling through Facebook Reels and all that stuff. And I encountered something that I've encountered before. So I write. And, I have to read through my stuff. Well, I've got one book out that's sort of an allegory. When I say sort of an allegory, it's an allegory. It's an allegorical biography, medieval fantasy, all that stuff. Okay, and it's from the perspective of the spiritual, of course, Christian. You don't have to agree, whatever. Anyway, and I get to the parts of sacrifice and all that stuff, and one particular point in the book, the Jesus allegory, is sacrificing himself for the main character in place of, so basically it's the whole courtroom thing. The person is found guilty of sins, and the antagonist, the Satan allegory, is laying claim to this character's soul. And what happens is the Jesus allegory sacrifices himself. And every time I get to that point, it's tears, okay? And yeah, I know there are plenty of people who would make fun of that, but it's important. Okay. And I said that because I'm seeing these reels, and they're talking about the sacrifices Jesus made, the pain he went through, and all this stuff. The love he showed. And the question I have to ask myself constantly is, how is it? And before I continue, every Christian should be asking themselves this question. If you're not a Christian, that's fine. You don't have to ask yourself this question. This question is completely irrelevant to those who are not Christians. But if you're a Christian, you should be asking yourself this question. How is it that I can feel the pain and the regret, and of course, feel the love of that sacrifice so deeply that it's bringing me to tears? But I still do things wrong. I'll still do things that I know I'm not supposed to do according to, Scripture. Uh, and the simple answer is, humans are sinful and all that stuff. When you're a Christian, you're not supposed to be subject to sin anymore, but spiritually, we're Christians. Physically, we're humans. But whenever you become a Christian, there's a change that's supposed to happen. Kind of like when a smoker quits smoking. They finally break themselves of the addiction and all that stuff. And now cigarette smoke is disgusting. Or people who used to drink a lot, and it was so bad that whenever they stopped and they got clean, just the smell of alcohol made them nauseous. That's the same idea. Sin is supposed to be so unappealing to you that it disgusts you. And I won't say that it's appealing, but it's like when you're fighting with your sibling and you push them and they go down. Well, you meant to push them. You were angry or whatever. You meant to push them. They go down and then they get hurt. Well, now you regret it. Now, some of them will regret it because now they're going to get in trouble. Others will regret it because they didn't mean to hurt their sibling. They just wanted to win the argument. But it's more like that. It's like, I'm not sinning because I want to sin. It's this thing. It seems desirable at the time. And then whenever I do it, I regret it because I know I shouldn't have. That whole like a dog to its vomit, a fool returns to his folly. It's like that. And there are unfortunately still a few holdouts. Not as many as there were even at the beginning of the year. I've done a whole lot more work in these last couple of years than I ever did on myself before. But I ask myself constantly, how on earth can I feel so deeply about Jesus' sacrifice and still do that? And I really do think that because I'm human, because I'm a sinner, it's too easy an answer. Maybe some of you will come up with a better answer. There is an alternative that scares me far more than because I'm human and I'm a sinner. And I guess for that one I need to do a little soul searching. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm actually going to post another video probably right after this one. And in that video, I'll explain why I'm posting it. But y'all have a good night. Or morning. Anyway.